Al Mayadeen TV channel on November 6 quoted sources as saying that 3 military bases in Iraq and Syria, where U.S. forces are stationed, were attacked by unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. According to sources, the Ain al-Assad base in Iraq's Al-Anbar province was attacked by drones at least twice. Another drone attack took place at a facility belonging to the US-led Western Coalition in the Syrian border city of Al-Tanf. Sources also said that Shia armed units of the Islamic resistance movement in Iraq shelled a base north of the city of Erbil in the Kurdistan region, Iraq. There is currently no information on who may be behind the attacks, and no details have been released about the consequences of the attacks. Pentagon Press Secretary Patrick Ryder said on October 31 that a total of 27 attacks on U.S. bases in the Middle East have taken place since October 17, including 16 in Iraq and 11 cases in Syria. U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin on October 31 warned all sides to stop attacking U.S. forces deployed in the Middle East. He said that these attacks were carried out with the support of Iran, and warned that the Pentagon would take countermeasures if these attacks continued. Previously, the Pentagon announced that, at the direction of President Joe Biden, U.S. military forces conducted attacks on 2 facilities in eastern Syria, which are believed to be run by the Revolutionary Guards. Islamic Iran, IRGC, and affiliated groups used, late on October 26. According to the U.S. Secretary of Defense, these precision self-defense strikes are America's response to a series of ongoing, and mostly unsuccessful, attacks by Iran-backed militia groups aimed at U.S. military personnel in Iraq and Syria since October 17. The U.S. Secretary of Defense added that President Biden directed action to make clear that the U.S. will not tolerate such attacks and will protect the country, its people, and interests of America. The latest attacks on U.S. military bases took place at the same time U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken was having a series of meetings with U.S. partners in the Middle East. During this trip, Mr. Blinken visited Turkey, Iraq, Israel, the West Bank, Jordan, and Cyprus. The U.S. deployed soldiers and military equipment to the Middle East after the Israel-Hamas conflict broke out. U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, announced on November 5 that an Ohio-class submarine capable of carrying cruise missiles has been deployed to the Middle East. Previously, the Pentagon deployed 2 aircraft carrier battle groups to the Mediterranean after the outbreak of fighting between Israel and Hamas forces. The Pentagon also confirmed that the U.S. has prepared about 2,000 soldiers to always be in a high state of readiness, waiting for orders to deploy to mission areas in case of need. The United States on October 21 announced the deployment of additional missile defense systems to the Middle East, including the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, THAAD, and Patriot Air Defense Battalions, to protect U.S. forces in the Middle East.